Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is the Premier League review show from the weekend's action, and we will go through the predictions also in this video and show how badly we were and what we did get right. So let's just get cracking. So we start the King Power on Friday night, where Leicester City got absolutely battered by Brentford at home. And yeah, this just shows the level between the Premier League and the Championship. Brentford will stay in the mid-table spots, you would feel. Leicester are absolutely down with Ipswich and Southampton. After Wolves win this weekend, Leicester are not going to stay up. They did have chances in this game, Leicester City. I think they started the game very well. And then as soon as that Brentford goal goes in, they just lost all momentum and all hope, really. But yeah, very good win for Brentford. They move up to 11th. For Leicester, it just gets worse and worse under Ruud van Nistelrooy, who I think isn't a coach, but because all strikers aren't very good coaches, and most ex-players aren't very good coaches. You look at Van Nistelrooy, you look at Rooney, and you look at Lampard is a decent coach, but Gerrard, no. Leicester are going down, 3 up, 3 down. Boring league, as we know Liverpool have won the title. Saturday, 12:30 at Everton 2, Manchester United 2. And it was a great comeback from Manchester United after, I think, Ruben Amorim's side must have been ripped into him at half-time because they were down and out. They were getting absolutely torn apart by David Moyes' Everton under the new manager bounce. Beto got a goal, looked good again, got some nice points for my FPL side on my wildcard. Decore also got a goal at Cam. He was very good. Bruno Fernandes with that free kick, an absolute gem of a free kick. And you could say if that didn't go in, Manchester United wouldn't have won the game. Drew the game, sorry, and Dugarte got that other goal for them. Yeah, it was a bit scrappy. Everton's first goal, a bit of a myth, poor goalkeeper from Onana, and then the physical aspect was terrible, and Decore just headed it in. Stats-wise, Everton, it was a fairly even game. Man United had most of the possession. For Everton, they're safe now. They're well safe, and they're still above Manchester United, which is quite funny. Are Man United in a relegation battle? No, because the 3 promoted sides are absolute dross. So, yeah, Everton, they'll be a bit disappointed not to get a win there, considering they were 2-0 up. But, yeah, I'm sure they won't mind getting a point against United in the end of the day when they look back on it. Bournemouth 0, Wolves 1. I think this win actually does confirm Wolves' safety in the league, and it was all really turned on its head after Ilya Zebani made a horrible challenge. I'm not sure who on. I didn't see match of the day, but I knew it was a horrible challenge from what people have said. And then Cunha scored straight after it. I'm not sure how he is starting for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Jose Sarr, man of the match, made some absolutely banging saves in that game. They definitely should have. They definitely were deserved of the win, considering Jose Sarr's antics. They dominated the game. Bournemouth weren't very good after the man got sent off, but I would have backed Bournemouth to get the win if they didn't have Zabani sent off in the 31st minute. Sorry. Wolves, I think that they'll stay up now because they've won, and Ipswich and Leicester aren't going to catch them. Southampton definitely aren't. Very good win for Wolves. Bournemouth stayed 6th. They won't be too disheartened. They'll be disheartened over the win, but yeah, they keep their top 4 hopes alive. That is a good win for Wolves at Bournemouth. Another shock result where second place Arsenal lost to 16th place West Ham, and Jarrod Bowen's goal in the 44th minute put West Ham ahead, and then Arsenal lost the game by getting Miles Lewis-Skelly sent off. So that red card from Michael Oliver that got rescinded a few weeks ago is now pushed to the sword, as Lewis-Skelly now will serve an actual ban this time. And yeah, very, very good result for Graham Potter's side. They go level on points with Manchester United now. They're not going to go down unless Ipswich or Leicester have some remarkable run, and Southampton already gone. Stats-wise, Arsenal, very dominant, 20 shots. It just shows that they are missing a clinical, out-and-out striker in this league. And it's not good for Arsenal, really, because they're struggling now, and they definitely aren't going to win the title. I still think Man City will finish second. I think they'll have a better run-in than Arsenal will. Good result for West Ham again. Only had 32% of the ball. but they won't care. Jared Bowen, absolute brilliant game from him. Same with Wan-Bissaka, who got the assist and a clean sheet. West Ham, superb in that game and fully deserved of the win over Mikel Arteta. Not deserved. Arsenal just can't shoot and score, which is why they should have bought a striker in January. But yeah. Fulham 0, Palace 2. Good win for Oliver Glasner and Crystal Palace again. And Mateta shining for Crystal Palace. Arsenal could do with a John Philippe Mateta up front, couldn't they? He's a striker, he's a prolific scorer. I think anybody could go into that Arsenal team and score some goals, unless you are League 2 striker. Lacroix, brilliant at the back. Same with Guehi and Richards. Crystal Palace, very good defensive display. Munoz getting in on the action. He is a class player for Palace. Anderson got an own goal as well, which really set the tone for Fulham in this game. Absolutely diabolical. Smith Rowe went off injured. And where Fulham's goal is going to come from, I don't rate Raul Jimenez. I don't think he's very good. Here, Fulham are just mid-table, along with Brentford, along with Palace, probably along with Spurs as well. So yeah, I think Palace are looking on the upward trajectory after their dismal start to the campaign. Ipswich 1, Spurs 4, and Spurs not having a defender still in their team. One defender, they've now got Danso, who has steadied it up, I think, who was ex-Coventry City, wasn't he, Kevin Danso? And Archie Gray, who's been performing brilliantly for Spurs this season. Kevin Danso didn't play for Coventry, played for Saints instead. Jed Spence, Brendan Johnson with a brace, brilliant attacking. Tell wasn't that great in this game, was a bit crap and didn't really work his magic. Johnson, Kulusevski, Son, all superb, as they always are for Spurs, because they are just a goal team. Gray doing great things at the back. He started off really slowly, but he's gradually got into that position. It's centre-back, Vicario's back. Spurs getting a few injuries back now, and as it goes for Ipswich, absolutely terrible game for them. Palmer gets a 4.7 as the goalkeeper is in match rating. That's terrible on football. Yeah, I think good win for Spurs. 4 goals. The goal difference is still plus 15, which is ridiculous for a team placed 12th in the league. But you got to think of their Man City win and some of the other 5. I think they've won another game 5-0 this season as well. This boosts their goal difference as well. But yeah, Ipswich absolutely woeful. As always, they are not going to stay up, I don't think, unless they have some remarkable run. Kieran McKenna's done a good job, but too little too late for those boys. Southampton 0, Brighton 4. I think this is the worst Premier League side in history, folks. Southampton absolutely dreadful, and it really could have been 10 this game. Brighton absolutely had the shots, 18 shots. They missed 7 big chances. They were less clinical than they were. They were less clinical, and they probably should have won this. They could have, some Southampton fans have said, they could have won this by 10, and so they should. They've missed 7 big chances. They scored those big chances. They win 12-0. No, 11-0, sorry. Can't do maths. 3.97 XG. Ridiculous. Southampton had 6 shots. They had an offside goal. Disallowed. Poor from Southampton. Ramsdale had a good game in goal. He always does. He's pretty. Southampton's best player. João Pedro, man of the match. Ruter, Mitoma, Minter, all young, upcoming prospects, and are all very good. Hinchelwood, no, he's not. He's good. I think he's very good, but when he plays at centre-half, he's absolutely dreadful. Fabian Hertzler, very good win. Ivan Juric has no idea what he's doing. He's just as bad as Russell. Martin, Bella Kotchap, probably Southampton's best defender since he came on. Aribo apparently played at centre-back, which shouldn't be happening. Southampton on 9 points. They're on track to break Derby's record. Another win. If they beat Leicester later on in the season, they will get a win, and they will beat the points record, but I can't see Southampton getting any more. I can see them beating Leicester maybe, but apart from that, absolutely no chance. I can't see Southampton getting another point. So yeah, Southampton 0, Brighton 4. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1. Chelsea, after the early start, like they did at Manchester City, have been ahead and lost the game, which is ridiculous to think, as Enzo Fernandez scored in the 9th minute, but Marco Asensio double, and Aston Villa hit back, which is going to help their European ambitions. Chelsea, if you feel if they don't get 6 points from their next game, 2 games against Southampton and Leicester, that Enzo Maresca is facing the sack because their form simply hasn't been good enough of late. They've only beat West Ham, who are down there, and Wolves, who are down there. They've lost to quite a few sides. Villa, Brighton twice, of course, back to back. Man City just scraping a draw at home to Bournemouth. So it's unfortunate for Chelsea because after such a positive start to the season, Enzo Maresca might just get the sack. Enzo Maresca seems to bottle it at this part of the season. He did the same with Leicester City, of course. But yeah, good win for Villa, as much as it pains me to say it. Asensio, brilliant, 9 match rating. Some brilliant signings from Villa, I have to say. Asensio and Rashford, 2 absolute gems of signings. Tyrone Mings going off injured again. That is horrid luck for him because he's injury prone as some fitness coach running around there pretty much. And yeah, unfortunate for Mings. But yeah, Villa get a good win in the half-5 kickoff. An absolute bumper game, which I said on Friday, Newcastle 4, Nottingham Forest 3, and it definitely was the brilliant Sunday that we were treated yesterday afternoon at St James's Park. I had some food, and Forest were 1-0 up. I come back, and Newcastle are 4-1 up. And I'm like, what is going on here? Alexander Isak, brace, brilliant, getting FPL points for me. Gordon, Guimaraes, it was a superb Newcastle performance until the second half hit. Chris Wood getting an assist. He is in top form right now, is Chris Wood. Gibbs White doing a solid job for Forest in that midfield. Milenkovic loves scoring every week at the moment. A centre-back that's got probably the most goals in the Premier League right now. Would be tight with Gvardiol at City, but yeah. 6 of that side played against Birmingham in the FA Cup, and it just shows you how much a good game we gave them. I think we are championship ready, and we are ready to give it a go against the smaller clubs like Southampton and Ipswich in this league. Pope had a really poor game, I've got to say. His goalkeeping was not up to standard. He was good. He was okay against Birmingham, but I think he's carrying still a bit of an injury because on that first goal he was nowhere near it. And then Isak scored a penalty. He got another goal as well. And Forest almost completed the remarkable comeback. Can I just say, PGML, what are you doing adding 3 minutes on? Adding 3 minutes on of a game that had so much stoppages in the first half, preventing from Forest getting an equaliser. Shame on you, because that is stupid. Why was there 3 minutes? There should have been like 7, and yet you want consistency in this league with the VAR as well. So yeah, shame on you, PGML. Well, disgrace. And the final game of this weekend, and the last game on Super Sunday, where Liverpool ripped Man City apart. Yes, it was only 2-0, but they were dominant from start to finish. Man City don't have any answers right now. Losing to Liverpool, losing to Real Madrid. Absolute awful scenes for Liverpool, sorry. Manchester City, sorry. Oh my God, can't speak. City had more shots, but Liverpool controlled the game. They managed it well. And yeah, I could definitely see, well, Liverpool have won the league, haven't they now? Bit of a shame because I wanted a title race. It's been a bit of a boring league, but then you're going to get a different winner, so I don't really mind. I know 3 up, 3 down, still a bit boring. But Liverpool, very, very good value for their win. Salah with the deflected shot. Told you, knew I should have captained him. No, I did captain him in FPL this week. I was going to go for Isak. I think either would have worked, but Salah got the bonus point. And then Szoboszlai scored in the 37th minute. City didn't have any clear-cut chances apart from Kevin De Bruyne smacking it out for nearly a throw-in, but it went out for a goal kick, but it deserved to go out for a throw-in. Absolute terrible shot. City off it. It's amazing. They're just a one-man team under Pep Guardiola. They just need, and if they don't have Rodri, they're finished. They're absolutely done for, which is a shame for City. You should expect them to be a lot better, but yeah, when they get Rodri back, if they do get Rodri back, sorry, they will absolutely batter everybody and won't win the league, but they'll get close and they'll probably overtake Arsenal, still back them to do that if Rodri's done. But yeah, interesting, very interesting. Liverpool 2-0 and have basically won the league now. The table review then. So we'll go bottom to top as we did in the Championship and League One yesterday. So Southampton at the bottom, footer of the table. Absolute 2 wins, 3 draws, 21 losses out of 26, 61 goals conceded, but they've only conceded 2 more than Leicester, which is all right. But it's nowhere near good enough, obviously. But then Leicester, 19th. Just Leicester vibes. Beating Spurs, that's all they've done recently. They beat West Ham in December, but that's another win thrown in the bin. Wolves. Oh no, Ipswich, sorry. Got Delap, that's about it. Keeper situation's an interesting one. Palmer was terrible at the weekend after Ipswich thought they had all their frailties completed. Wolves stay up now, easy. So did West Ham, so did Manchester United, even though we should not be talking about Manchester United surviving in a relegation battle. But if there are 3 strong teams coming up next season, which it won't be, Leeds, Burnley, Sheffield United, with the season after, they are in serious trouble. Because if people strengthen like Ipswich, Leicester strengthen, then because you back them to come back up, then they'd be in trouble, Manchester City. And if Birmingham, Sunderland, crowds play a part in that as well. But yeah, Everton, fine. After David Moyes, they'll just be comfortably mid-table. They won't be pushing for any sort of Europe. Crystal Palace are fine mid-table. Spurs might watch Spurs, because if they don't get any more injuries, they'll be on an upward trajectory. Can't say that word. For Europe, I think personally they're going to be on a win streak now. I think Spurs, I think Ange will have them well drilled after the injuries. Brentford, Fulham, and Brighton, probably all your mid-table mediocrity. Expect Brighton to lose the next game because they've won back-to-back games. Villa, I still think will get Europe. They're coming into good form. Chelsea, Maresca needs to get out of the bin right now. He needs to be sacked. Absolutely dreadful from Chelsea this weekend. Bournemouth, after that loss to Wolves, will be fine, in my opinion. I think they'll be absolutely fine for Europe. I think they might squeak in. Newcastle, not very good. Very good win at the weekend, but they're too inconsistent, Newcastle. Man City will get Champions League easy. Forest is the interesting one. They are dropping off a cliff right now. So I could maybe see Chelsea, if they sack Maresca, or Villa sneaking into the top 4. Liverpool and Arsenal, your probable top 2, although I think Man City could wreck that party. But yeah, thank you anyway for watching. That was the Premier League review show for game week 26. Liverpool are 27 games after playing Villa due to the Cup, I think, Newcastle. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, share with mates, friends, whatever.